Leaks due to continuous rain. It can be said that this is the recent true story of the U.S. Air Force. After the F-22 fighter jet accident, the U.S. has confirmed that a B-2 bomber was previously lost. Due to the high repair costs, it will be officially retired, meaning that currently, the fleet of 21 B-2 bombers has been reduced to 19. Both planes were destroyed in accidents. This, along with the previous time, when the U.S. was conducting exercises, 10 B-2 bombers a stark contrast. It turns out that this advanced and expensive B-2 bomber also has its weaknesses. This B-2 bomber, on December 10, 2022, in Missouri, had to make an emergency landing at Whiteman Air Force Base and caught fire. This was one of the 10 bombers mentioned. The military base where the elephant walks is the same base. This is also the main operational base for the B-2 bombers. Because of this landing incident, it was damaged. The B-2 bomber fleet even ceased operations for about 6 months. The U.S. military's strike capability was significantly affected. After the second bomber's accident, it was easily retired due to its overly complex design. And many technologies today seem somewhat outdated. This leads to extremely high repair costs. Once the maintenance costs exceed the limit, the repair value becomes too low and it is naturally abandoned. The F-22 also had a similar result. Although the B-2 bomber looks very advanced, its core technology dates back to the 1990s. The official design period was in the 1980s. Maintenance for many stealth technologies is quite complicated. Many U.S. soldiers have said that China's 20 bombers are hard to beat by the B-2 bomber. The issue is that the B-2's design is very old, outdating other countries. The new B-21 bomber is definitely something our country will struggle to surpass. But what we don't know is the early technology application that is troubling the U.S. military. This time, this B-2 bomber is completely retired. It will clearly affect the B-2 bomber fleet. Service orientation. The U.S. Air Force recognizes the power of the B-2 bomber, but it is also a threat to the B-2 bomber. On one hand, even minor accidents cost a lot of money to repair. A slightly more serious issue would result in immediate retirement. On the other hand, the improved B-52 bomber has good combat power and adaptability. The B-21 bomber service allows the U.S. to see the advantages of these two bombers. Both have advantages in scale and performance. So, the B-1 and B-2 were developed during the Cold War. Bombers of that time, along with the current development mindset of the U.S. Air Force, are no longer suitable. There is also a view that the U.S. wants to retire the B-2 bomber not entirely because of its low repair value. The U.S. may also want to quickly eliminate these troublesome B-2 bombers and make room for the B-21 bomber. They aim to put the B-21 bomber into operation as soon as possible. There are many reports suggesting that the B-2 that was damaged in 2021 is still being repaired. However, the U.S. might abandon the repairs and directly retire it. After all, the B-2 bomber being retired will mark the real start of the B-2 bomber's retirement, a notorious sign. But there are the most advanced bombers that will completely cease operations in the next 10 years. The unique history of the U.S. Air Force. In recent years, China's breakthroughs in aerospace technology have repeatedly refreshed the world's perception. From the first public appearance of the 135A to advanced UAVs and other weapons and focused exposure of equipment, China's military-industrial technology is rapidly developing. However, on the evening of December 15th, Hunan Satellite TV aired a movie where the first supersonic aircraft was revealed, which once again sparked enthusiasm among military fans. This supersonic aircraft is called Honghu. After the aircraft doors opened, it seemed to reveal something long awaited, with the strategic bomber 20's body slightly exposed. Here is the continuation of the translation for the provided SRT file. Color lost. This aircraft has the MB-19 logo. The MD-22 was revealed at the Zhuhai Air Show. The warning sirens collection shows extremely high similarity. According to public information, the MD-22 is about 10.8 meters long. It is 4.5 meters wide and has a takeoff weight of just 4 tons. These performance parameters are not only shocking, but also exceed the expectations of many military enthusiasts. In addition, this is just a display. Clearly, there is still a lot of room for improvement. So how does this supersonic aircraft make it seem that even the Bomber 20 does not look as impressive anymore? With absolute superiority in speed and range, the H-20 is a stealth strategic bomber. Although its range and payload are impressive, its maximum speed might just be a secondary factor. High range factor, and the aircraft can fly at supersonic speeds. Its range nearly covers the entire globe, all areas of major strategic targets. Additionally, this type of aircraft can also approach space missions. With speed and stealth advantages, it is much easier to break through the opponent's air defense system. Second, the unique tactical value of the near space. refers to the atmosphere at altitudes from 20 to 100 kilometers. The adjacent area, where the air is thin but still offers some resistance. Traditional aircraft and spacecraft are difficult to operate for long periods in this area. However, supersonic aircraft can stay in this region. Space shuttles are free to operate. This not only makes it a strategic bombing platform, but also provides fast transport, surveillance, reconnaissance, and other functions. More flexible tactical options in recent years. China's frequent appearances in the hypersonic field demonstrate a kind of technical reserve that shifts from strategic development to practical application. For example, foreign media once widely circulated that in 2021, China completed an orbital test for a bomber. This sparked much discussion, and after this widely publicized aircraft was revealed, its actual combat potential needs no further explanation. More importantly, this technology is not limited to the military field. Its application range can also be extended to civilian aviation, fast transport, and other fields. In the future, reusable spaceplane platforms, similar to spacecraft, are likely to develop from hypersonic aircraft. This would completely change the rules of the game in aerospace. The technological breakthroughs in current aircraft are just a miniature model of China's hypersonic research. The hypersonic glide warhead from Dongfeng to near-space spacecraft, China's hypersonic weapons are developing rapidly. Behind them, it demonstrates China's aerospace, the entire development of the technology system. From a strategic perspective, deploying such aircraft will clearly significantly enhance China's strategy, thermal capacity, and future combat. Whether it is fast strikes or precision-guided missions, China can perform these tasks more effectively through these new platforms. With aircraft waiting for the continuous development of new technologies, the role of strategic bombers is being redefined. From traditional stealth bombers to hypersonic near-space spacecraft, the technological transition is reshaping the rules of modern warfare. In this era of rapid technological development, each public display for the outside world to see, China's continuous effort to pursue advanced technology will perhaps, in the not-too-distant future, lead to a real spaceplane coming from China's laboratories, flying into the blue sky. And this time, the world may truly need to reassess the significance of Red 20 and the aircraft.